We're talking about this video you just have to see. Take a look at this 60-year-old breakdancer. Yes, 60 years old. Or Benihana, as he's known in the breakdancing world.
Hi, this is Ben Hart with another edition of Breakdancing for Seniors. At the age of 65, I'm generally known as the world's oldest actively competing breakdancer. I'm making this video for those who wonder why I started breaking at the age of 54. So how was it that I fell into starting breakdancing in my mid-50s? Well, it was completely by accident. I was introduced to it in 2011 by a great friend of mine from my high school days named Steve Graham. Steve is known in the breaking world as B-Boy Silverback and has been a longtime sponsor of pro breaking events. We were both involved in ski racing in Vermont in the 1970s when we were kids. He got involved in breaking in the early 1980s when he was working for Goldman Sachs in New York City. He saw some breakers, it looked interesting to him, so he started doing it. Fast forward to October of 2011. Steve Silverback invited me to a world-class breaking event that he was sponsoring in Philadelphia. So I said sure, and I went. And here was the event. I was amazed by the athleticism. And I got talking to a number of the breakers, including one named B-Boy Shorty Brick. Shorty Brick was world famous for his power. In fact, he held the world record for what are called air flares. Here's Shorty setting the world record.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50.
Shorty told me he was from Chicago, and I was also living in Chicago at that time. And I asked Shorty if he would be willing to be my fitness trainer. He said sure. And this was my first lesson in November of 2011.
That's my trainer. That's my trainer right there.
Who are you?
It's a little flip quarter. Yeah.
Pretty good. She used to do gymnastics.
So I would meet with Shorty Brick about once a week for a lesson. And of course I'd practice what I learned between lessons. And here was my first breaking battle. This was in April of 2012 in Washington, D.C. Now I did not expect to be in this battle. I was not planning on it. But Steve Graham, aka Silverback, entered me as a joke.
I think this is about to be an epic battle right here.
One of my superpowers is that I am immune to embarrassment. I cannot be embarrassed. And I'm pretty much willing to try anything. And here are some more of my early lessons with Shorty. So after a year or so of doing this, I saw that a breaking battle was announced on Facebook. It was a 2 versus 2 battle, and I wanted to give it a shot, but I needed a teammate. So I asked Shorty if he would be interested in being my teammate. So here's how that went. Now I'm sure a lot of them wondered, what's this old dude doing here? Is this some kind of joke? And this was the event in 2013 that really got me hooked on breaking. Everyone was so friendly. And that's how I got addicted to breaking. I loved it. I loved the energy at these events. So here are some photos of me. One in 2011, before I started breaking lessons with Shorty. And the other photo is from 2012, after about 6 or 9 months or so of breaking lessons with Shorty. And let's see some clips now on the progression.
My man is 54. Let's go. Who can do that?
Benihana.
I want to see some of our pioneers right now. Try. I'm putting people on blast. That's right. Count of three. 3, 2, 1. Benihana! Ooh, that was nice.
At least got Benihana and Zeku. Benihana! Future Force, Miami. Judges, 1, 2, 3. Zeku.
I like that Hawaiian shirt.
Benihana's 59!
He's not playing. 59! I was saying wrong goal. Oh my goodness. Benihana on the right hand side. Yo, let's go. My God. Damn. All right. Well, judges. Oh man, how we doing? Judges think. Crowd, you're gonna have to come with me on this one for sure. Ready? 3, 2, 1. You gotta see the button. guys, no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, there's always some room to dance in. Judges, we ready? Here we go again, judges. Crowd ready? 3, 2, 1. Hands up, take it. Yo, give it up for Mr. Benihana, everyone. Let's go. 59 years young, yo. 59 years young. 59 and 20. Woo! Chicago, y'all with us? Let's go. 59, baby.
The youngest b-boy in the house. Give it up. He is 15 years old. Yeah, give it up. Let's get it. 60 years old. Oh, switch it up. Not 30, not 40, not 50, but 60. 6-0. Benihana.
We've been talking about this video you just have to see. Take a look at this 60-year-old breakdancer. Yes, 60 years old. Or Benihana, as he's known in the breakdancing world. Here there you go. I mean, they want to shake your hand.
I want a hug. I want a hug. That was fantastic.
Man, I gotta say, I'm gonna hold this for you. That was amazing.
It is very athletic. I mean, you're truly out of breath right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's legit. And sometimes, you know, there could be some injuries. I'm not saying you broke a hip or anything, but anything ever happened?
Well, my wife does want to make sure my health insurance is paid up. Disability, life insurance. Yeah, I've broken a couple fingers, a couple ribs, toes, because I wasn't doing
contact sport.
Well, because I wasn't doing it right, so that taught me to do it correctly.
There you go.
Break something.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that in football. I didn't break all that stuff. Fingers, toes, ribs.
I'm glad you mentioned your family. What do they think of this new life?
Completely embarrassed. My kid's like, Dad, what are you doing? You know. Other dads aren't doing this.
Well, they should be proud because watching the video and watch you in person, it really is amazing. It really is amazing.
You got skills.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing that for us. Appreciate it, Ben. Thank you.
Thank you. You're a beautiful soul.
So why do I love breaking so much? Well, as I said, I just love the energy at the breaking events. And there's just no better form of exercise. When you're practicing breaking, you're so focused on practicing the steps, the moves, and the combos, always to the music, that this takes your mind off how hard you are working. So the fitness benefits become much easier to achieve. I found that I was losing too much weight from breaking. And Wanda complained that I was getting too skinny. So I dialed back on my breaking practices and put 10 pounds back on. And Wanda was much happier. The fitness benefits were what initially attracted me to breaking. And the superhuman capabilities of some of these world-class breakers was what attracted me to breaking initially. Now, when I tell people they should try breaking, the biggest objection that I get is people think they're too old to start. I even hear this from people in their 20s. Well, I started breaking when I was 54. So if I'm not too old to start, you're not too old to start, assuming you're healthy and in reasonably decent shape. And once I got involved into breaking kind of in a serious way, I found this great community of people, the breaking community. And I really started to appreciate and learn about the art of breaking. Now, what most people first notice about breaking is the incredible athleticism. These world-class breakers are superhuman athletes. But there's so much more to it than the athleticism. There are so many different styles. Yes, breaking is a sport. It's now an Olympic sport starting in 2024. And there are battles with winners and losers, so it's definitely a sport. But the art is actually much more important than the tricks and the athleticism. Breakdancing is art plus athletics. But the art is really what's important. That's why they call it breakdancing. That's what makes breakdancing different from gymnastics. These world-class breakers are performing athletic feats that are every bit as difficult as a gymnast, but to the music. In fact, if these tricks that you are doing, if all these moves that you're doing are not to the music, it doesn't count. And because breaking is dance, it allows for self-expression and for the personality of the breaker to show through. With gymnastics, everyone's pretty much going out there and doing the same thing. They all look about the same. In fact, gymnasts are required to execute the same array of moves. Gymnastics is also on a padded, springy floor. The floor is more like a trampoline. No disrespect at all to gymnasts, they're amazing athletes, but the breakers are doing this on hardwood. And take a look here at B-Boy Negin from Brazil. And the breakers all have their own personality that's shown through their art. What's rewarded in breaking is originality, different moves and combos, plus flavor. Judges want to see things from the dancer that they've never seen before. And of course, they're doing it all to the music. I'm really looking forward to the public's reaction to breaking at the 2024 Olympics in Paris. I think breaking will be wildly popular. And there's something else that really attracted me to breaking. If you play golf, you can't go out there and practice with Tiger Woods. Or if you play tennis, you can't just call Novak Djokovic and ask him if he'd like to hit some tennis balls. But with breaking, anyone can go out there and practice and even compete against the top breakers in the world. They even let me into the national championship. And here's yet another reason to start breaking, even if you're a senior citizen like me. It's well known and well established in science that the best way, really the only way to slow down the aging process is to keep moving, to exercise, to shake the rust off your joints and your tendons. And there's no better form of exercise than breaking. Now when you're young, when you're in your 20s, when you're in your teens, you can get by not paying much attention to your fitness and to what you eat, to what you put in your body. But once you start hitting your mid-30s, your body starts going downhill fast. And when you hit your 40s and 50s, the physical decay becomes exponential unless you keep moving and pay close attention to your fitness and what you are putting into your body. In my view, there's no more important investment that you can make than in your physical health. The science has established that if you are physically active, you are far less likely to get Alzheimer's and dementia. So for all these reasons, I think breaking is good for everybody. And parents, it's great for your kids. Breaking will help keep your kids out of trouble. And if you're a parent, you should love it if your kids get involved in breaking. If your kid is practicing breaking and going into competitions and trying to compete at a pretty high level, your child is just not going to get in trouble. Your child is going to be focused on practice and training and is unlikely to put damaging substances into their body that will hurt their performance. All these reasons are why I got so hooked on breaking. I'm age 65 now, and I fully expect to be still breaking when I'm 70. And why not into my 80s? 65 is the new 30, right? Or it can be if you keep moving. Well, that's it for this edition of Breakdancing for Seniors. Hope to see you out on the dance floor at the next battle.